So much of this is about having the right mindset. And when you aren't rested and when you haven't cared for yourself and when you haven't addressed past hurts and harms, when you haven't healed, you show up in places and spaces emoting. You show up tired. You show up aggravated. You show up resentful. You show up in ways that are inflexible, it's hard to permeate when you're dealing with an individual person who is not necessarily in their strongest and best state. And so that is like 98.9% of all of us right now. I think it's important for us to have situational awareness that we have lived through some of the most traumatic, trying, emotionally charged, frustrating, depressing. We've endured a lot. And so before we even step into how do we confront the power dynamics, I think we have to first recognize that there might be some internal power dynamics at play within our own competing identities, right? And so we've got to get our minds right. We've got to get ourselves to a good place before we can even step into any type of healthy engagement with another human being. And I think what often happens when I look at misplaced power, more often than not, it is someone or an institution that has become so infatuated with the feelings of importance, the feelings of nobility, the feelings of being feared, right? That they're willing to go to any extent, take any action to feel what for them is something favorable, even when in order for them to feel favorable, they have to act in ways that are unfavorable to and for other people. And most people, to your point about is self-care selfish, most people are making choices and decisions based upon what's serving their interest. They recognize that people have other interests. They recognize that in some instances there's shared interest, but most people are trying to protect and preserve what matters most to them. And the unfortunate thing is for most leaders, what matters most are the measures of success that they're being judged on in exchange for their compensation. And rarely do those measures include the health, safety, and well-being of others. Profitability usually doesn't take into account those things.